Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the GROW program. Thank you for growing with me on today. Thank you for growing anyway. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have you growing, honey. I really am. Listen, the wind is changing direction. God is moving. We are growing over oppression. I'm sitting out in God's beauty. It's a windy, breezy fall day. And I'm just looking off the way, looking way up to the hills. Just that's where I get my wisdom from. It's from God. I look to the hills whence cometh my help. I don't run to the TV or the telephone, unless I'm calling to tell somebody, tell them to get it growing on. Let's grow. Let's grow in God. I'm hyped up, honey. I really am. I'm hyped up for the Lord. See, it's a joy that's deep down in my soul. And you have to allow the peace to overcome you. You can't let the oppression take you. If you have to elevate yourself and remove yourself like I did, because I had to take the TV out. I couldn't keep watching the breaking news and seeing everything breaking. Stuff is constantly broke. Everything breaking because God ain't in it. If it's a weather effect going on that I really need to know about, they'll send it to my phone. I don't need to keep looking at the banner just reading across breaking. And then they talking about something different. Then you got a picture behind them, got something scrawled up at the top, something over in the corner, something always everywhere. Everywhere you look, there goes something. And now they got the picture in the picture. I never figured out how to do that. And I'm glad I didn't. They got the picture in the picture, so you can have double the oppression, right there in front of you. But I understand, some people take their TV and look at reruns and look at movies and different things, and that's nice, because you got to have some kind of escape. But honey, the escape I have is God. I run to the hills. I go to the wilderness. I go outside. I find God anywhere. I go in the bathroom, shut the door, anywhere. I just go in another room, go downstairs. God is everywhere because, see, God is with me. God said, I leave you the comforter, the rod and the staff. That's going to hold you up. As you trying to rise up, as you trying to grow, grab hold of the comforter, the rod and the staff, that comfort you. Wrap them around you so you can stand up. Just like anything you trying to grow, you stand it up there and tie something around it, to hold it up. And it's still kind of falling over to the side. You try to stand it up best you can. So just stand up, there with the rod and the staff. Stand up with the Lord. God got you. Just hold on to God. Hold on to God's unchanging hand. It ain't gonna change. Just hold on to God. See what changes, we change. We hold on, God. We let go of the hand for a minute. The hand's still there. Run back to the hand, honey. Take that hand. I'm telling you. Talk to that hand. That's the hand that understands. They hold that up. Talk to the hand the face don't understand. Well, that's the hand that understands. Talk to that hand. Hold on to that unchanging hand. Hold on to the Lord. As we grow, as we rise, as we lift, and as we sow, we are going to keep pressing on, moving on in this highway of life. Just looking at a little beautiful baby. Babies are our future. That's our hope. God is our hope. God has given us another beautiful baby. There is our hope. God has put in that child. There is our hope. Our hope for tomorrow, today. We got to grow and change for a better way. We are the difference. We are the way makers. Change begins with us. We want change around us. Change begins with us. Begin to love. Use love. You have to. If you're coming up against the spiritual warfare that's trying to take you there, somebody say something crazy. Somebody just go there and say something. You got to counteract it. You got to counteract. You got to rise up against it. You can't fight fire with fire. Somebody say something crazy to you, honey. You You got to turn away from it. Really. Somebody told me a long time ago, this wise queen told me, sometimes you just got to know when to be quiet, because look, you can't just keep arguing and going back and forth on the merry-go-round. It's just going to keep spinning and spinning, because somebody got to have some stopping sense. Somebody got to say, hey, we going to go about this a different way. We talk and respectfully, talk as adults, talk as people. Great minds, put these great minds together and come up with a solution in the Lord. Use love. Because when you take God out, you don't have love. You take God out, ain't no love there. Then what you got there? You took God out of school, the respect, God. Oh, that right there is unexplainable to me, that one. But see, what we got to do, parents, is put God back in our children. Put God back in our children, just like them children who walked out in the high school, walked out, said, we not going to take it no more. Either you do something about this racism in this school, or we ain't going to be up in here. And see, those schools get paid for those children being in there. They get paid and they want that money. See, when a child miss school, they miss out on that money. They don't want to miss out on those federal dollars. So they going to have to get in there and do something. They going to have to make some changes. Don't nobody want to live in hate. The United States belongs to us all. No matter what boat you came in on, we all here. We all in the same boat now. So United States belongs to us all. Matter of fact, the world, the whole world, wherever you listening from, wherever you come from, it belongs to us all. It truly does. Because when you leave here, you ain't taking the world with you, no matter what you got of it. You can have a half of the world. You ain't taking none of it with you. They're going to be down here fighting over it. You can leave it to whoever you want to leave it to. But in the end, somebody may raise up, for another breakthrough. So there, I'm telling you, people think they run the world, in the way you do, but run it the right way. Cause see, when you don't run your world the right way, you lose your world, you lose everything. Then what you got? You got God. There go God on the unchanging hand. Go back over there and grab hold of that hand, honey, and don't unchange it no more. Just stay there. Hold on. Just grab hold. Get a grip. Get a grip. That's it. Get a grip. Grip of the unchanging hand. Hold on to God. God bless you as you grow. We on this highway of life, and we got to drive for other folks. We got to let folks go. Let folks be. Let them be them. Let grown folks be. Honey, because in the end, you can sit up, stress, worry, and worry yourself to death. But only person you can control is you. You can tell them, go do this and go do that. Put it over in the Lord's hands. Teach them about God. Tell them that God is real. Tell them that God is love. Tell them to carry God with wherever they go, whatever they doing, whatever situation it is, just take God. Carry God with you. Put God in it. Put God in the children so they take they can take over the school. Tell the teacher what to do. Hey, teachers, administrators, we don't want no racism up in here. We all friends up in here. We got kids, who helping one another, tutoring each other, doing different stuff. Nobody want to be around. Ain't nobody got time for that. These children want to learn. They want to learn the education and the education system that you are supposed to be teaching them. And at the same time, you're supposed to be keeping an environment free from discrimination for all school, principal, district. That's all y'all districts. And you shouldn't be discriminating against these children by marking them because they can't afford lunch or different things. Whatever happened, it's not the child's fault. It ain't the child's, it's not the child's responsibility. The child don't work. So why take it out on the child? You gotta have some common sense. You gotta feed a child. You gotta feed a child. You're already showing discrimination when you don't want to feed the child with the federal dollars that you already get anyway. Spread the wealth. Spread the wealth down to the littlest ones who need you, who looking at you, who ain't got no one. We are the voice of them. We are the villagers. You supposed to be an administrator. You supposed to set an example. This how we treat folks. This how we do. We share and we care and we act like we got some sense. We don't come in here and act racist against a group of people just to get they trying to get an education just like you are. And we here together, show mutual respect so we can all get respect. See, now the administrators in the school and principals, everybody ain't lost respect of the children. Children walked out, because what kind of role model are you that you can't protect the few? What kind of role model are you that you can't protect the few? Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. That's what we gonna do. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. We gonna use God's will. What will God do? You say, what will God do? We all got to give an account. You may be sitting on a high throne right now. You may got it going on. But I'm going to tell you something. When you get done getting it going on and when it's time to go and check out, because, see, you got an appointment day and time. We all do. We got to leave here. It's something else. And we all got to give an account when we leave here. Got to get past the soul catchers. Then we got to get to the throne and give an account of what we did in this life. Good versus evil. God versus the devil. It's two forces here. Which force will you decide to serve? Who are you going to serve? You can't serve both. You got to serve one. And I'm going to tell you something. God is a greater force than any evil on this earth. I saw it for myself. God is a greater force than any evil on this earth. Look at God's beauty all around us. There's beauty everywhere. Beauty here, beauty there, beauty everywhere. E-I-E-I-O, just like old McDonald's farm. God has beauty growing on. It is beautiful everywhere you look. Really, when you look at life, life is precious. Life is sturdy as a beautiful rose. It's precious, soft, sturdy, strong. A rose grows strong, thorns to protect it. Those petals fall off, but a rose is still strong and sturdy, but it's very fragile, very fragile. And once it loses petals, there goes the rose, Through this life, we got so many petals, so many chances. We got to turn and get it right. Or we may fall into spiritual warfare and be in a trap that we can't get up out of there. We don't know which way to turn, but I'm going to tell you something. The vices of the world ain't got nothing on you. They don't control you. You control it. You are over anything. Ain't nothing over you. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it, and that's it. That's just it. And then you probably don't even need it, whatever it is. It's time to grow and turn for a better way. Just look, what we gonna do, this is just a spiritual walk between you and God. A daily spiritual walk between you and God. I'm just the beacon of light. It's gonna show you the way to go with God. God is there within you. The Spirit of God is within you. That's the way to the breakthrough. Start in the heart. Love is where you start. Begin with the heart. That's where the church is at. Where your church home at? Church home is in the heart. That's where it is. Church of love. It starts in the heart. That's what God is. God is love. God is the umbrella at the top that holds everything all together. The mechanism at the top. Some got to hold it all up there to keep the rain and the spiritual warfare off you. Some rain may splatter on you. You may get in some mud. You may fall. Fall for the slip and fall out there in the rain. Fall out there. But I'm telling you something, honey. God carried you. God lifted you. God cleaned you up, dusted you all, cleaned you all on the inside. But then there you go back out. Yep, I'm going back again, God. I think I see something over here, way off in the distance. If I step off over here, I can clear me a path. And see, we get off of the path that God has for us. A best laid, best paid, beautiful path. I mean, beautiful. For I know the thoughts that I have for you, thoughts of good, not of evil, to give you an expected end. Jeremiah 29:11. That's God, honey. That's what God said. God knows. It's a purpose. You truly do have a purpose-driven life. It's not to stand up somewhere and listen to a checkout all day long. It's not about that. It's a purpose-driven life, and we here to lift one another. We here to do for each other. That's what it is. You have to find your purpose-driven life. Where is it that God wants you to sow? Where is it that you can begin to make a difference? Because see, the change starts with you. You can change. You can begin to change and change your whole world. You already a celebrity. All celebrities aren't famous. You already a legend. All legends aren't famous. You are a legend living a legacy right now, but what kind of legacy are you living and leaving? What kind of legacy are you living and leaving? Because you are a legend. Like I said, all legends aren't famous. But I'm going to tell you something. You a star to somebody. Somebody look up to you, star. Somebody look up wherever you are. Somebody looking up to you. Somebody thinking about you constantly. It's somebody, and that somebody could be God. That somebody could be God. I'm tell you something. It's a reason that you here. God got you here for a reason. It's beyond your children. It's beyond the family members. Yes, it's them too. But it's beyond that. It's a purpose-driven life for God's kingdom building purposes. That's what it is. See, Dr. King had an epiphany. And Dr. King, he just mind his own business in the church, preaching. And here they come, asking could they use the basement for their meetings, for civil rights. And he said, God dropped that in my lap for me to do. Well, here's GROW. God dropped this in my lap for me to do. And I have to grow. I'm going to grow anyway, or I'm going to die in the spiritual warfare. And no way, that's not happening. I have to grow in God each and every day. I have to. That's my purpose-driven life, and I'm here to do it. And I'm here to do the best I can to get the breakthrough. So I'm going to drive this love, peace, and soul train each and every day to genuine equality and righteousness shall flow like a mighty stream to lift us, to propel us so we can rise, link up, lock up, rise up, grow up over this oppression. We shall overcome someday. Okay, today and someday we overcoming. We growing, we rising, we lifting, and we sowing, and we gonna grow some more. So sow some seeds of love way back over there yonder. Sow some seeds back over there in that field back there. Sow some seed way back over there. The world is round. Keep on sowing seed. We going round and round and round. Will it go round in circles? Yes, it will. We going to keep on sowing the seeds of love to God's will. That's what we going to do, kings and queens. We going to rise, keepers of the dream. It's time to keep it moving. It's time to get it growing. It's time to get sowing. They're like how they do outside the lighthouse. They busy out there. Just there. Somebody out there mowing tractors, all this lawn mower buzzing, all this different stuff every day. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't interrupt the flow of God. Let people do them. Just let them, do what you gotta do. You gotta go get out there every day and mow it and whatever, all around here. You do you. And I'll work through it. I'm going to grow through it, honey. I'm going to grow through anything. Because I'm here to grow for God. I'm going to grow through the insects. Grow through whatever I got to grow through for the Lord. Keep on pushing. Hallelujah. You can say that again. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I love you, kings and queens. My brother died about 17 It's been like 17, almost 18 years ago. And now I know his spirit is with me. His spirit, his legacy is with me. If a legend touched your life, who is no longer with us, when you think of them, their spirit, their legacy is with you to guide you. But see what you got to do, you got to allow that Holy Spirit to guide you. It's some evil spirits here too that's trying to torment you, that's trying to take over you, that's trying to expedite you out of here. Evil counts us up for slaughter. That's why folks don't even want to really hear about God anymore, because the evil is just so prevalent. It's just so out there, but it's not relevant. God is. God is out there. See, what you cannot see is the unseen battle. Don't allow evil to use you. Allow God to use you. Allow God to be the manipulating, dominating force that's in your life that controls you. Allow God to do. That's what you do. Allow God to do you. See, that's what Dr. King said. I just want to do God's will. So when they ask you something crazy, I just want to do God's will. And they'll know if that's in God's will, but they just asked you or said to you, whatever, how they tried to take you. We got to rise over it, kings and queens. We are the keepers of the dream, so we got to keep the dream alive till the day we die. There's a whole lot of foolishness out there. We got to stop using children as emotional pawns. Stop using children as emotional pawns, because in the end, you are hurting the child. That child's going to grow up one day and remember all of this. And, and then they realize, and there goes the damage. So come on, we can be adults here, with this child support situation. When the child is with you, you pay for the clothes and different stuff. When the child is with you, you pay for the clothes and different stuff. Keep the clothes at your house. Keep the clothes at your house. Why don't you sit down and work out child support? Because see, what's gonna happen is the state getting the cut off of that. They getting the cut off the child support, interest, all this other stuff, and then there go jail, there go this and that. I'm telling you something. I've been on both ends, honey. The receiving and the paying. I've been on both ends. And in the end, it's really best when you can co-parent and come together for the child. Use wisdom. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world. I love you, kings and queens. Let's rise.